Are you the Cartwrights?
Yes, I'm Ben Cartwright. These are my boys.
Sergeant Devlin, would you be good enough to accompany me, sir?
Yes.
Reckon what they're planning on doing, drafting us?
You don't have to worry about that. The object is to win wars, not lose them.
Hello, Ben.
Keith! Keith Jarrell. Colonel Keith Jarrell, my goodness gracious.
17 years, Ben. Remember the Southwestern Territory? The Apaches, Comanches.
Remember, how could I ever forget? My goodness, you're a sight for sore eyes. You haven't met my sons. This is little Joe, Colonel Jarrell.
How are you?
My son, Hoss.
My pleasure, young gentleman.
Well, wonderful. Sit down, sit down. Go on, sit down.
Mr. Cartwright! Mr. Cartwright, I sure glad you're home. 呢兩個兵仔嚟呢處，唔咁多人喺處，又揾嘢食，又揾嘢住，又揾嘢。
Hop Sing is an old friend of mine, Colonel Jarrell.
Oh, old friend.
Oh, of course, of course. Listen, he's got a whole bunch of men outside. Will you get some coffee and make up a mess of sandwiches, will you?
For whole army?
Oh, the whole army, yes.
真係啊，Sir，唔得閒啊，攞時候做，一日做工。
Keith, what brings you to the Ponderosa? To what do we owe this honor?
Ben, I've come because I need your help.
My help?
Major Cartwright was a fine soldier, a man to be counted on for any mission, however difficult or dangerous.
Oh, wait a minute now. That was 17 years ago.
Ben, I need that dependability again. You know the Indians in this land better than any man in this territory. I need you to guide me to the Jarbridge Mountains. I must find El Coro, war chief of the Paiutes.
Coro? That the young fanatic that led that attack at Pyramid Lake a couple of years ago?
Yeah. He wiped out almost a whole battalion of militia.
He's the one. After that battle, the tribes broke up and scattered. He's up there in that mountain with a band of warriors, women and their children. Some 80 heavily armed men who refuse to recognize the authority of the United States. Ben, I want to talk peace. To convince El Coro that we're willing to extend our friendship to him and his people at almost any price.
Colonel, the little band of men you got out there wouldn't stand a chance if the Indians decided to attack you.
Precisely why I've brought only a small detachment. 2 troops of cavalry were sent out last year. They were repulsed with heavy casualties. This time the Army feels that we must find El Coro and convince him that ours is a peace mission. Don't you think that a permanent treaty with El Coro is worth the trouble?
Yes, of course I do.
Then join us, Ben.
Yes, of course I will.
Get ready to move out. Can't hang around here all day. Horses all watered? Canteens all filled? All right, let's move. We got a long way to go. All right, tie off these Irish pendants. Where do you think you are, in the Navy?
What do you think you're doing?
Going with Pa, that's what I'm doing.
No, you ain't. I'm going with him. Already got my horse saddle and everything.
I know you got your horse saddle. I got my horse saddle, too, and I'm going with him.
No, you ain't. Let me tell you something.
No, all right. Now, we'll make it a sporting proposition. All right? Sporting proposition. High card goes, low card stays.
Wait a minute. Them cards the same one we played poker with the other night, ain't they?
Yeah, these same cards.
Yeah, well, them pasteboards is educated, and you ain't no gentleman.
Well, just exactly what's that supposed to mean? What, did I cheat? Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
Well, I don't think that's very fair. If you just look at the cards, there's nothing phony about it at all. Just look right at them, take any card you want to take. Okay? Huh. Ace of diamonds.
That looks to me like a 3 of spades underneath there. Nice try.
Well, why don't we just stop playing the games and we'll both go?
Look, Joe, somebody's got to stay here and look after the ranch, and you know that.
Well, doggone it.
Quit worrying about it. I'll take care of Paul.
Well, who's going to take care of you?
What's all this about?
Little Joe and me is just cutting cards, see who's going to go with you, and I won. I'm going.
Oh, I see. I have nothing to say about that.
Well, Paul, there ain't no use in both of us staying here. Just take care of the ranch. I mean, one can stay here and...
Oh, I see. One of you can stay here and take care of the ranch, and the other can come along and take care of the poor, weak old man. Is that it?
Oh, now, come on, partner. That's not what Hoss meant at all. What we meant...
The answer is no.
What do you mean, no?
N-O, no.
Look, Paul, you can tell me to go jump my well, and I'll do it without thinking twice. But I won that card cutting, and I'm going. Even if I have to go out there and volunteer and go as a blue coat with the colonel. Now, you make up your mind which way it's going to be.
You know, Hoss, you talk that way to El Coro, well, you'll have his whole tribe surrendering.
Then I'm going, right?
Well, I always said 2 cartwrights are tougher than 1.
Come on.
Morning, Ben. Ready to march?
Yeah, all right, except one little problem. We have a little mutiny in our hands. We have an extra volunteer. Hoss.
It's your decision, son. I hope you realize the risk involved.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye, young man.
Good luck, Colonel. Take care of yourself now.
Little brother, don't give away the ranch while we're gone.
You watch yourself, too. Forget you're the biggest target on the field aside from that wagon.
Prepare to mount! Out! Element 2!
What is it, Ben?
We got company.
Where?
Over your left shoulder. From now on, we're in their territory.
Sergeant Evelyn.
Yes, sir.
I want a man on point. Also establish flank security about 300 yards out along those foothills. Remember, this is a peace mission. The men are fired on, they'll fall back on the main body without returning fire. Is that clear?
Clear, sir. Wiggins, you take the point. Shaw, left flank. Huntley, right flank. And keep your eyes peeled if you want to save your scalp.
Keith, might be a good idea to substitute a white cloth for that guidon. They're going to have us under surveillance from now on. We might as well let them know why we're here.
Private Lowell, convey that to Sergeant Devlin. I want the man on point to carry a white flag as a sign of truce.
Yes, sir.
I thought it'd been too quiet the last couple of days. If El Coro decides to attack, we're just going to be setting ducks.
Well, let's just hope he doesn't.
He can see what a small, peaceful party we are.
Keith, you've been fighting Indians long enough to know how unpredictable they are. Look up ahead now.
There's no turning back now.
Teach you to control your mouth.
Sergeant!
Mr. Cartwright! This is a military matter, and you'll stay out of it.
Oh, Keith, that sergeant was brutalizing the boy. I know enough about the military.
I know something of the military, too, Ben, and I give orders here. Sergeant, one more infraction of the rules, and you'll account to a general court-martial.
You all right, boy?
Keep out of it, Cartwright.
I'm all right. Thank you, mister. But I'd best stay out of that sergeant's way if I were you. He's poison. Coffee, Colonel?
No, thank you, Poker. That'll be all.
Cartwright? No, I'm fine, Poker, thank you.
You can join the others, Poker. I'm sorry about today, Ben. Devlin's a good soldier. I need him.
Well, Keith, a good soldier doesn't abuse the men under him.
Ben, that boy's carelessness almost cost us the wagon. There are enough foodstuffs, blankets, and medicines in it to keep El Coro's people alive through the winter. Devlin knows that. I guess he just lost his head.
It's been a hard ride. Guess we're all a bit edgy.
Let's see now. Barring any hostile action, we should reach the foot of the Jar Bridge Mountains in about 2 days.
Yeah, that's the way I figured.
This spot might make a good camp.
As a matter of fact, it would. I know it.
Splendid. We'll plant our white flag and find some way to bring El Coro to negotiate.
Well, that's my job. I'll go on ahead and seek him out.
Ben, you know how dangerous that can be.
I would like to leave Hoss behind. If El Coro's in any mood to talk, one man's enough. And if he isn't, well, Hoss will just make an extra scalp for him.
I don't have to tell you what this means to me, Ben. To the mission. I couldn't ask, yet I knew you'd offer. Look at this, Ben.
Mexican brandy. And look at the year.
The same year you and I crossed into Mexico after Comanches. Our baptism of fire, remember?
You know, Keith, I've always been suspicious of you. I always figured that underneath that regulation tunic, there beat the heart of an unabashed sentimentalist.
Duty is a hard mistress, Ben. One day you wake up wondering where it all went. Wondering what you've got to show for all the years, all the scars. But you, Ben, you've got something to point to. You've got 3 fine sons. Ponderosa, wealth and respect. And I've got one final mission. And this bottle of brandy. Well, to the last mission.
To the last mission.
Just a coyote, probably.
Yeah, them coyotes may have feathers. Better have a look around.
Be careful, Ben. I can't afford to lose you.
Keith, I can't afford to lose me either.
Yeah, you sure enjoy your chow.
Yeah, that's mighty good grub, Groffle.
You hear something, Mr. Cartwright?
Don't you? Sergeant, I suggest that you get your men away from the fire. They're sitting ducks there.
All right, you men, take cover.
It's kind of spooky out here, ain't it?
Yeah, sort of.
Hoss, you and your pa known Colonel Jarrell a long time, ain't you?
Yeah, well, Paul has. I ain't. How long you been with him anyhow, Corporal?
Going on 10 years. Right through Texas, Kansas, Montana, all them blazing spots. Wherever there was Indians to fight. He was sure some fine officer in them days. Earned every bar on his shoulders. Till the Creek Summit massacre, that is.
Yeah, that was where that whole column of soldiers got wiped out, ain't it?
Yes, sir. Coral's braves cut him to pieces. Neither a soul nor a beast walked away. Colonel Jarrell's never the same. His wife and daughter was in that massacre.
His wife and daughter.
Yes, sir. They joined up with the column on their way to be with the colonel. We rode out there the next afternoon and found what was left of them. Thought we'd have to tie the colonel down. Never saw a man act like that in your life. Kept screaming for us to kill, kill. There was nothing to shoot at. Not an Indian inside. Just some wagons, them poor soldier boys. The colonel's dead kinfolk.
You telling those stupid yarns again, Poker?
I wasn't doing nothing, Sergeant. We were just having a very little jawing session, that's all. Right, Mr. Cartwright?
Yeah.
Crazy old barracks rat, he gets to lying worst every year.
He was just telling me about the colonel's wife and...
Wife and daughter and how they got killed in the massacre.
Yeah.
No wife, no daughter. Colonel Jarrell's never been married.
You mean that all that was...
In Poker's head. Now let me give you some free advice, Cartwright. You stay away from my men.
Sergeant, what makes you such a pleasant one, anyhow?
Now get this through your head, Cartwright. Maybe to you and your meddling father, I'm some kind of a dog. Well, if that's so, I only serve one master, Colonel Keith Jarrell. I do my job and I don't ask any stupid questions. In other words, I'm a soldier. You get in my way again, and you'll find out the hard way.
Don't you threaten me.
I'm not threatening you, Mr. Cartwright. I'm just telling you, for your own good.
Ben, why is it always so cold in the morning just before the light? Didn't seem that bad in the old days, did it?
Well, we don't have the hot blood of youth to help us out today.
Don't seem to be helping me much, I'll tell you. How about you, Poker?
Cold don't bother me much, sir. I just follow orders.
Well, we better finish packing up.
Paul. How long did you see it been since you seen Colonel Jarrell?
Oh, about 17 years, I'd say. Why?
Talking to old Poker last night, and he told me the colonel lost his wife and daughter in that Creek Summit massacre. He ever mention that to you?
I mean,
Just wondering.
Prepare them out.
Prepare them out! 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 Colonel, who's riding point today?
Poker,
Sir?
you ride point. Forward! Ho!
Get moving, Poker.
Sir, that's Poker's horse.
was a good man. Stop sniveling. He died like a soldier. Sergeant, form a burial detail. Mount!
Colonel, you're going to need a new point man. I'm volunteering.
You're a civilian. You're not obligated.
Nevertheless, you're going to need a new man.
It's up to you, son.
So long, Paul.
Forward! Oh!
Ben?
Oh, thank you.
Son? No, thank you, Colonel.
Task well done, young Cartwright. Took courage and fortitude to volunteer to ride point.
Wasn't much to it, Colonel. Those Indians tired pretty fast. I don't reckon there's bent on killing anyhow.
Those red devils are always in a killing mood.
Keith? How come you didn't tell me about your wife and daughter being killed by Indians?
I must get some sleep.
Keith, I asked you a question.
Tomorrow's another day, Ben. We'll talk then. Good night.
Night, Keith.
Wiggins, how's it going? What's the matter?
Cartwright, you and your old man, well, most of it in this outfit, we think you're all right.
You trying to tell me something, Wiggins?
Did Lowell talk to you?
No. Why?
Poker was a friend of mine and Lowell's. The night before he got it, he told us about the Colonel's plans. He said he wasn't going to go through with it. Said he was going to tell you or your pa. Devlin hurt him. That's why he put him out on the point to die.
Look, buddy, you ain't making a whole lot of sense to me.
You gotta help us. You and your paws.
What are you talking about?
Jarrell didn't come here to make no peace. Oh, he talked headquarters into thinking so. But that ain't what he's got on his mind. He come here to wipe out El Cor and all those Indians. All of them.
10 men?
I'm gonna show you something that'll convince you. I'm gonna... Do you hear it?
Wiggins.
Cartwright, tell you, Pa. Tell you.
Well, Ben, it's time. Soon be sunup.
Yeah.
Good luck.
What's your horse doing here?
I made up my mind, Paul. I'm going with you.
We had this out last night. You're staying here.
Paul, there's something going on around here. This whole setup.
There's something wrong with this whole setup.
If. Paul, you know it is. First it was Poker, then Wiggins. They both tried to tell me something.
I'm trying to say something to you. If you listen. If there's something wrong, it's better for you to stay here and keep an eye out for both our sakes. I've got to go see El Coro.
You're right.
Now, you take care of yourself.
You take care of yourself. Be careful.
Something troubling you, young man?
Well, Colonel, now that you mention it, yeah. A couple of things. First is El Coro, and then you. There's some questions I'd like to get some answers to.
Answers?
That's right.
The answer, young Mr. Cartwright, can be found in that wagon. You have my permission to enter it and look.
Colonel, you can't...
Relax, Sergeant. We'd have uncovered our little secret presently, anyhow. A few hours more or less scarcely matters. Go ahead, have a look. An interesting weapon, don't you agree, Mr. Cartwright?
Never saw anything like it. What is it, anyhow?
It's newly invented by a man named Richard Gatling. It'll give this small unit the firepower of 100 men.
You plan on using this?
Precisely. With that gun and the element of surprise, peace should come rather quickly, I should say. It's the only way peace can be achieved.
You're out of your mind.
On the contrary, I'm a realist. These inferior savages who stand in the way of our civilization must be annihilated. It's the only way. Sergeant Evelyn, place Mr. Cartwright under guard. If he tries to escape, shoot him.
What about my Paul?
Your father will be a regrettable sacrifice for the cause of peace. For that, I'm truly sorry.
Not half as sorry as you're gonna be.
Run, House! Run for it! I think I got him, sir.
He won't go far.
But what if he does?
Well, we can't go after him. We can't leave the Gatling gun.
I don't like it.
Well, neither do I, but we don't have much choice, do we?
I came to see you, El Coro.
You have found me, Ben Cartwright.
I wish to speak of peace, with honor.
Then you are a welcome sight to my eyes. Come with me. Thank you. I must tell you, Ben Cartwright, that in these mountains our people are starving, our horses are dying. We have no food, no ammunition. And each day I bury men who are like my right arm. Good fighting men who die of the lung sickness. In the beginning I had 50 warriors. Now I have 15. Even the will to fight is dying within us.
Then make peace.
The white man's peace. My warriors have fought well, Ben Cartwright. They are men, not animals. They could not endure prison or slavery.
Coro, they won't be slaves. I give you my word. And Colonel Jarrell, the soldier who was with me, he's empowered to make a peace treaty with you. And that treaty will be honored. You have my word on that.
What will happen to my people?
Nothing will happen to them. They'll go to the reservation at Pyramid Lake, but they'll be free to hunt, to farm, to live.
This was once all our land. We were free to hunt everywhere, as far as we could ride. Now that time is gone. It is gone. I cannot bring it back. All right. I will meet with the soldier. We will make a treaty.
Good. You're a true chief to your people. What is it?
A white man. My warriors found him in the desert not far from here. He's been shot by your soldiers.
My son.
Paul. Jarrell. It's a trap.
He's fainted.
We have both been betrayed. Sunakaia! I will deal with the soldier.
Hold on. Wait, El Coro. You can't face those soldiers alone.
Stay here with your son. When I return, we will talk.
El Coro, let me deal with them.
I will let you bury him.
They're out there. I can feel them.
We won't see them till they're right on top of us.
All the better.
Pretty sight, huh, Colonel?
It's only the beginning, Sergeant. They'll be back. See to the men, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. Only one survivor, sir. Lowell.
He'll live to hang. Sergeant. Sergeant Devlin.
Many of my men were killed.
I better go back with you. Thirsty work for you, huh, boy? Well, don't worry. It'll soon be over. When I get through, there won't be a single Indian left. Nothing can stand against me. I'll destroy everything that does.
It's Mr. Cartwright, sir.
I've got eyes.
Jarrell! I'm coming in.
Don't do it, Ben. Don't try it. Drop to the ground, Cartwright.
There's been enough killing here today.
I gave you an order, Ben. Do I have to kill you?
We came here to make peace.
There'll be no peace till they're all dead.
You don't know what you're saying, Jarrell.
They've got to die, every one of them.
You're gonna have to kill me, too.
I'm going to fire, Ben. This is an automatic weapon. It'll kill every one of you. Nothing can stand against it.
No! No, Colonel!
I've got to kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Pete, kill him. You don't understand, Ben. I've got to kill them. They massacred my wife and my daughter. I've got to kill them. Kill them. Kill them. Kill them.
We will have peace, Ben Cartwright.
Yes. Yes, we want peace.